You are watching Pausing with Erik. We pause for a second or two. How do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? This is episode 308, Mornings. Today we are talking about morning. Morning is a sleep skill. It's a skill for our sleep situation. And our sleep situation is when we fall asleep, when we sleep and dream, and when we wake up. These three: falling asleep, sleeping and dreaming, and waking up. That's our sleep situation. And the image for sleep skill morning is a cup of coffee. We pause and check in on our night dreams, as well as on expectations placed upon us for the day. Morning is how we set our reference pause for the day. So, mornings can be difficult. Personally, for me, I had my mornings for the longest of times, and in a sense, still today, my mornings often come with anxiety. There is this feeling upon waking up that how we felt about ourselves and about the world in our dreams can feel drastically different from how we feel about ourselves and the world when we are awake. And sort of holding these two sort of truths at the same time can elicit anxiety in us. That we have a hard time sort of combining these two, our nighttime self and our daytime self. They can feel in conflict with one another. So, sleep skill morning, in its most simple sort of essence, what it's about is that we pause and simply recognize that we can do stuff for ourselves in the morning. It can sound too simplistic, only I don't think it is. Sometimes the most simple things are the most difficult things to do. And to make sort of a morning routine, or to make a sort of morning that we need, that can be a very difficult thing to actually give ourselves. So simply pausing and sort of deciding upon that, yes, I'm going to do something about my mornings. I think that's more than half the job done, actually. To sort of give ourselves that gift. Coffee is nice. I like coffee. So then I give myself coffee in the morning, among other things. Okay, what does it say here? We pause and check in on our night dreams, as well as on expectations placed upon us for the day. Okay, so we have two things here. We have our night dreams and then the expectations. Perhaps night dreams down here, like we are sleeping. So night dreams, to clarify that we also have daydreams, basically. Night dreams and expectations. This is what we wake up to. Expectations. Expectations. And morning is when we go from here to there. We pause and check in on our night dreams, as well as on expectations. So it can be actually quite a revolutionary thought that upon waking up, maybe the alarm clock is ringing and we turn it off, or maybe we wake up natural without any clock, just wake up on our own. As we are laying there still in bed, most often we just rush up, just quickly get up and start doing stuff. But sleep skill morning in part means that we pause and check in on our night dreams. That's the first part. We pause and check in on our night dreams. So just when we wake up, turn off the alarm clock or just wake up natural, we do not rush into the expectations straight ahead, but we pause instead. So we sort of not cut it off, but sort of we put in a pause there. Pause. So we lay there in bed. We have just woken up, and our dreams perhaps still linger with us. And we just pause and sort of spend some time with ourselves, check in on how it feels to be us in that sort of dream truth, in that dream reality. What kind of feeling is there to this dream? Is the dream sort of neutral? Or is the dream good? Or is the dream very bad? Or just slightly bad? What is the sort of feeling in my body in this sort of dream landscape? Do I feel sort of stress? Do I feel angry? Do I feel aggressive? Do I feel scared? Do I feel excited? What do I feel? And just, pause. Take as many seconds as you dare. You can take, 1 second, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute. Perhaps you snooze and do it over and over. And just spend some time with, how it feels to be us dreaming. And then, as we get up, when we sort of exit our pause and get up, then as our expectations for the day, our expectations on ourselves start sort of coming in as they do, then we sort of have this conversation going on between our expectations and our night dreams. So there is this sort of connection being built here. This sort of back and forth between how it felt to be us in our sleep and how it feels now to be us when being awake. Some mornings, these two can sort of join quite nicely, and it feels okay to be us, the day us and the night us, they join quite effortlessly. And at other times they clash. Either we want to stay in the dream and do not want to sort of enter our day, or we want to leave our dream quickly and just forget about it and just rush into our day. But regardless, we want to sort of cut these two off from one another. In my experience, with time, with doing this sort of morning pause in time, and have done it for some years now, is that the more I do it, the more interesting it gets. And the more I do it, the more the feeling that I have upon waking up does not feel so overwhelming. So it can be that I've dreamt something dreadful, but still, having done a skill out of this morning, sleep skill morning, the feeling that I wake up with doesn't feel too dramatic. It doesn't feel like it has to do any damage to me or my life, even though it can be very harsh. Like, it's okay, or at least more okay. And also, our night dreams and our expectations placed upon us for the day, they sort of, in a very real sense, affect one another. They feed into one another. So, if we increase the expectations placed upon ourselves during our days, then our night dreams will be affected. You know what I'm talking about? They will increase and become stronger and more anxious and more difficult. But also, if our expectations are lowered, then our night dreams will be changed again. And also the opposite. Sometimes we have a dream and it sort of feels like it gets in between what we have to do now in the morning or now in our day. I don't have time to think about my dreams. It's no, just get away. I don't need more work than I already have. That is the feeling. What does it say here then? Morning is how we set our reference pause for the day. Okay. So this pause, how we choose to do this becomes like a reference for how it is to be us during the day. So during our morning, as we sort of wake up to our expectations, we can do a number of pauses. As many as we want, or as few. Pause, 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 pause. And all of these pauses together become like a reference. So anytime during our day, if we want to pause and just take a moment to reflect upon what is going on here, that pause later in the day can be referenced back to this initial morning pause. Do you see? So say that we're sitting in a meeting during our day and something feels off about this meeting. We have this hunch, there's something here that is awry. So we pause for a second or two and just And then we can go back inside of ourselves, we can go back to our reference pause that we did during our morning, sleep skill morning. And we remember, how did it feel to be me when I woke up this morning? Oh yeah, I felt like this and this due to my dream that I had. And due to the expectations for the day. Does the sort of feeling to me, how that felt during my morning, does that feel like something other than what I'm having here during the day? Or does it feel like the sort of quality to this pause during the day is similar to this morning pause? So it becomes like a sorting practice, like sorting. And a cool thing that this does is that we become more clear. Our contours as persons become more clear for every day that we do this. And also our environment, other people and our life also becomes more clear. Sort of in combination with us, as a complement to us. It's a windy day today. The trees are scraping on the window. So morning, sleep skill morning, it can feel a little odd in the beginning. And in time, it gets easier. And we can also actually enjoy it in time. It can feel like it's an effort, yes, but also enjoyable. Like we're getting to know ourselves one day at a time, one morning at a time. It's cool how these two affect one another, the expectations and our night dreams. It's interesting to look at. That's it for today. Thank you.